Good afternoon. Thank you so much for including me and for letting me work with all of you. I want to say thank you to Brian. Brian has become a good friend in all of this, somebody that I admire, somebody who cares deeply about his work and about each and every one of you. And he's everywhere. I also want to recognize my local Ted Thompson. Round of applause for Ted. Those of you who know Ted knows you. Ted is one of my favorite people, and when I got elected to Congress, before Congress, I was at City Hall. I was a member of City Council, and so I had all the local guys who I was friends with, and we were all working on various things related to City Hall. So the building trades guys, the ASME folks, the police, the fire, all those folks. And after I got elected, I had a lunch just to say thanks to all my labor friends, and all of them, they came and they were excited. They were excited that we had won, but the local guys just wanted to talk about local issues. And I hadn't transitioned in my head yet to anything else, so I was getting into it, about city budget stuff and this contract and that contract. And then Ted, who was just sitting kind of behind everyone, he's like, fellas, he works for me now. And that was the beginning of my relationship with Ted, and it's been a really good one. This is a big deal for us too, and Brian will say the same thing. Both of us represent, I think, the vast majority of the country, and I think of Congress that are somewhere in the middle, right? Where we're normal, we're pragmatic, we're bipartisan, we want to get things done, and we want to help people who do so much for this country, and that, of course, is you all. You make our lives happen. But for you, we wouldn't be getting our paychecks, we wouldn't be getting our medicine, and a whole bunch of other things. There's just this summer, my wife and I have two teenage kids, a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old, and one of them went to camp. So that's 100% fewer teenage kids at home. It's a great summer. And for the first couple of weeks, you're just really enjoying it. And then you start to miss, this is my daughter, you start to miss her. And at camp, there's no phone calls, there's no cell phones, there's just mail. But for you, we wouldn't have heard from her. I mean, think about, this was one of the most important parts of our summer, was going to the mailbox and getting those letters. And for her too, when at lunch, getting her name called out and getting a letter that you all delivered. And those are some of the most important letters I've gotten as a parent, right? The letters I've gotten over the last couple of months. So the least we can do is get this bill passed. And as you've heard, the Protect Our Letter Carriers Act does two things. One is it provides $1.4 billion to expedite you all getting the new security boxes and the e-keys. You should have had them. You should have had them already. But the sooner we can get them out to you, the better. We're working with the USPS folks now, but we want to make sure that they have every dollar they need to get you the electronic keys and the security boxes as quickly as possible. And then the other thing the bill does is it requires in each of the 94 jurisdictions to have an assistant prosecutor that's focused entirely on prosecuting crimes against our letter carriers. So I'm just grateful for Ted's leadership, Brian's leadership. I'm also grateful for Jeff Krantz's leadership. Jeff is our Ohio guy. How many Ohio people in the house? Back there. A little OH. All right, it's good. Jeff's been a wonderful ally, partner in all of this. Beyond making sure that you're safe and getting this bill passed, which I think we're going to do, we have to build Let me end with this. This is just an economy that focuses on you all. Right now, we have an economy and a tax code that's built for the outcomes that we're getting. So we need a Congress of Democrats and Republicans that start to fix the parts of the economy that are broken, so that those of us who are working, those of you who are on the front lines, you're getting the wages you deserve, the benefits, the pensions, all of those things. And that's going to require fixing a whole host of things, including our tax code. Raise your hand if you pay all your taxes. If I were sitting in a room, I don't want to be too political, I'm just going to do this one thing, because this is a big deal. If I was sitting in a room, and there are over 1,000 billionaires now in this country, but if I were sitting in a room and it was all the billionaires in this country, and I said, raise your hand if you pay all your taxes, not one of them would put their hands up, right? Being able to fix that allows us to provide you all with tax relief, which you desperately need, which we all desperately need, and it allows us to invest in our public sector employees, which means higher wages. There should be a contest to see who can have the higher wages, the private sector or the public sector. And at the moment, the public sector is lagging behind. That's on us. That's on Congress to pay you all more, to make sure states are paying teachers more, police officers more, firefighters more, nurses more, folks in the military more. The fact is, you all work your asses off, and you deserve what you deserve, right? You deserve better wages, a great pension, and you deserve to be safe, whether you're at home or you're at work, and together, we're gonna get this done. God bless you all, and thank you for everything.
All right. How about a big, loud letter carrier cheer for Congressman Greg Landsman? Hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, hip.